Alright, this is going to be a quick Raw review. Unfortunately, I was legit stuck in a pool of water on the way home. I missed the first 2 hours of Raw because of the big flood in Toronto. Dropping Epic J Dizzle off home was almost 3 hours long. Usually only a 45-minute drive, but I got home at 10 o'clock just as I don't even remember what happened, but it was oh yeah, Alberto Del Rio and Cara was whatever. I thought it was, to me, I think this Raw was all about the Wyatt family debut. I kept on tweeting, I'm like, man, have they debuted yet? Because the last thing I would hate, like the last thing I would want, is to like have months and months of build up and looking so forward to it and just have it taken away just like that. And everyone knows watching something, after it happened, especially wrestling, because you see all the excitement of everyone else, to watch it after it happened, unless you don't have any spoilers. But I think watching it as it happens, it was just incredible, and it's one of those things that you really want to be home and you really want to watch live. And I can name off a couple of those things that I feel were also like that. The CM Punk promo, the Mark Henry segment from a couple weeks, like 3 weeks ago. Triple H and Undertaker when they announced the Hell in a Cell, when The Rock came back. Just moments like that where I'm like, man, I was so glad to actually be watching. Actually, that's a lie. I did not watch the CM Punk promo live. I was working at that time. I ended up watching it when I came home, and I just saw everyone's tweets saying, oh my god, what did I just watch? Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. So I knew something awesome happened, and when I watched it, I was so bummed out I didn't get to see it live, but everything else, I was actually at work for everything else also, The Rock coming back and The Undertaker, and I was like literally had the computer screen like this, and I'm like working and like watching it at the same time. So the Wyatt family debut was on that list of things I did not want to miss. So I saw the job evaluation. I guess that was the first thing major. That was the second big thing of this Raw that King really was pushing, and it kind of meant that Vince, Stephanie, and Triple H were all going to be at the ring, and it was fine. A lot of people kind of shit on it, but I thought the McMahons kind of developed their own character from backstage and kind of addressing it to the public, where we had Vince as the heel, Triple H as the face, and Stephanie was kind of in the middle and torn between her dad and her husband. So they told a good story with that. And having Vickie fired, I don't know if that was the best thing to do, give her some time off or send her to SmackDown or something, but they kind of left it in the air right now. They just said she's fired, and she kind of left the building, kind of implying that she's not coming back at all. But I personally would have her somehow involved, but maybe she wanted time off, maybe whatever. So we'll see what happens with that. But I did not mind the segment at all. Kane versus Christian, it was fine, but I think obviously after Kane hit the chokeslam, the Wyatt family promo came on, and the pop that building got when they said we are here. I'm like, man, like here, I can feel. I'm like, here we go. Business is about to pick up, like literally. And they came to the ring, and they attacked Kane, and they did this sick bump where Kane was leaned on the steps, and they kind of just hit him like throat with the steel steps. It was a cool spot. You don't see it too often, a spot like that. So I enjoyed their thing. The crowd was kind of chanting for Husky Harris, which I didn't like, but of course he's going to get that, just like Sweet Tea Tenzai gets the Albert chance and Ryback gets the Goldberg chance. You can't prevent it, so it's not a big deal. I'm sure it's going to go away over time, especially if people really start investing into that character. And but yeah, I really enjoyed that promo. Well, I guess that whole segment, with the Wyatt family. And then was the Divas match, and I was expecting it to be a lot worse, but it was no contest, so nothing really special about that. The main event, Randy Orton versus CM Punk. It was another Raw main event. I'd like to see it was fine actually, nothing too bad about it at all, but the ending, Daniel Bryan kind of held the briefcase up, and if you guys know anything about WWE and how they operate, if there's a guy celebrating a week before the pay-per-view, that guy is not winning the match at the actual pay-per-view, and a lot of people had their money on Daniel Bryan winning. But to see Daniel Bryan standing tall at the end of Raw with the briefcase in his hand kind of makes me wonder that this guy's not going to win, so who is going to win? And right now I have to say it's gonna be Randy Orton. I said in my video it was between Sheamus, Orton, or Bryan, but right now I really do see Randy Orton winning it, especially after this whole Daniel Bryan celebration at the end of Raw. So, yeah, that's pretty much my Raw review. I looked at the results, kind of, like, went over the matches. Jericho and Axel seems like it would be a great match. To see the Shield demolish Tenzai and Brodus seems to be great. And Daniel Bryan and Sheamus have always put on great matches, even when for the world title. So I'm definitely going to check those matches out, and for now, I'll see you guys in the next video.